Donald Trump has intensified pressure on Boris Johnson to cut ties with Huawei after warning the US could withdraw intelligence cooperation from countries which allowed the Chinese tech giant into their 5G networks. Richard Grenell, the US ambassador to Germany, related the president's view, saying he called me from AF1 and instructed me to make clear that any nation who chooses to use an untrustworthy 5G vendor will jeopardize our ability to share intelligence and information at the highest level. The UK government regards Huawei as a high-risk vendor but is nonetheless allowing it to play a limited role in the country's 5G infrastructure, partly because there is currently no other provider. Mr. Trump was furious at the UK's decision, which followed sustained US pressure not to use Huawei because of its links to the Beijing government. Boris Johnson had been expected to visit Washington this week, but it now appears a visit is earmarked for June. Asked if the Prime Minister was concerned at Mr. Trump's latest remarks, his spokesman said Huawei's involvement in the UK's 5G network would have absolutely no impact on the country's ability to share intelligence, including with its Five Eyes allies, the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. In January, the UK government gave the green light to Huawei to play a restricted role in the 5G network, with Mr. Johnson insisting it could be done without jeopardizing intelligence cooperation with Britain's allies, that the risk could be managed. However, several Conservative backbenchers have expressed alarm at the government's decision. Bob Seeley, who represents the Isle of Wight and is one of those Tory MPs opposed to Huawei, said, "It's quite clear many of our allies are taking a different approach than us to high-risk, high-tech in our critical national infrastructure. They are concerned about our potential decisions. They are saying no way, Huawei. We need to listen to our allies." Analysis by the National Cybersecurity Center said that if the Chinese state wanted to carry out a major cyber attack, there were easier ways to do it than placing backdoors in Huawei equipment. Huawei has repeatedly denied claims that it presents a security risk to the West. For more on this story, visit the news article link.